Hello everyone, let's begin with the next scanning part, that is advanced scan. So why this scan has named the advanced scan? Because this is not going to scan the entire network just like the TCP full hand, or you can say the three-way handshake is going to complete. Over here, if you can see, we have fin scan and xmas scan. Now what is this fin scan? Actually we have TCP flags. So in TCP headers we have six flags. In that we have fin and xmas scan, fin scan and xmas scan. So this fin scan is nothing but it's the finish scan. Okay, it is the last flag of the TCP header, and this fin scan sends to the target, or you can say to the target ports, to check or to say that the packet has been opened and now the connection should terminate or end. Okay, so it's not going to scan just like the other scanning flags, but it's going to respond differently to know that if there are any open ports, the connection should terminate and finish the scan. But if there are certain closed ports, so how can you exploit the that kind of ports for an entry purpose? Okay, now let's see the Xmas scan, or the it also known as the Christmas scan. Over here, as I have said, that we have TCP header flag, six flags. Okay, we will see all the TCP header flags because we required each of the flags to scan. Now when I am talking about the six flags, in that we have three flags of that TCP header that has been used in the Xmas scan. Okay, that is fin scan, urgent scan and push scan. Okay, but this flag has been named differently when you will see, that is fin, urge and psh. Now fin is nothing but the finish flag, urge is nothing but the urgent flag, and psh is nothing but the push flag. Now if I will we will talk about this flag or this scan. In this, the particular scan is just trying to determine or check the state whether the ports are open or closed. Okay, for this simple three TCP flags are required, and these three flags are doing nothing but it are going to take your packet from your end, and they will deliver it to the network on the urgent basis. That's what the urgent flag stand for. It urgently initiate your packet and deliver, like the super fast delivery way. Okay, and then it will just determine and check whether the ports are open or closed in that network or not, and then it will try to gather the information as fast as possible. And if there are any open ports or closed ports based on the network, the finish will perform its task. That is, it's terminate the task depending on the state whether the ports are open or closed. Okay, that's why we are using the Christmas scan. Now let's talk about the null scan. So if you can see the basic or the null scan, if you are able to see the output, it's displaying me nothing, like there are no open ports, filtered ports, nothing. It's just displaying me that I have one active host on this target network, and there are thousand open or filtered TCP ports, and I am not able to get any kind of response whether what is the actual state, which ports are open, which ports are filtered. Okay, I am not able to get that kind of information. Why? Because of this null scan. Because this flag stands for that the packet should be sent without no flags. Okay, I'm not sending any kind of flag to the network. I'm just basically checking whether the ports or the IP is actually legitimate or not. Okay, if there is, if the network is actual live, I will try to terminate the scan, because now right now I am aware that this particular target is active and alive in the network, and I can easily exploit by checking the state. Okay, now let's talk about the idle scan and acknowledgement scan. So earlier we have talked about the basic TCP scan and the stealth scan. in the basic scan. Now, where we are talking about the stealth scan, so we know stealth scan is not going to complete your three-way handshake, okay? But we are getting acknowledgement that there are whether open ports or closed ports, okay? But the network or the monitoring team over there will not get recognized that someone is trying to engage with the network. But when we are talking about the idle scan is also a one way of stealth scan. Why? Because over here idle scan, we are trying to hide our IP address, okay? Suppose I am the attacker and I am trying to scan the network, that is scanme.nmap.org itself. Now when I am trying to scan, what will happen to the network, they will get someone else IP address, that someone else is trying to scan the traffic or the network available in their premises, okay? So when there is a third party involvement and this third party get recognized by the network and not the attacker, this scan is also known as the zombie scan, okay? Because this zombie or the third person is getting recognized by the network and not the attacker. So you can also say in idle scan, it's not only the stealth scan but hiding your true IP and providing a fake identity to the organization itself for checking the traffic status. Now let's talk about the acknowledgement scan. What is this acknowledgement scan and why we required this? So as you know, in the network there are very good firewall rules has been said, whether it is policy based rules or any other kind of rules, okay? Now when we talk about this acknowledgement, we often get the ports are in filter state or unfiltered state. So how we get to rectify whether the ports are open or closed, or the attacker get to know that he or she can penetrate into the system or not, by this acknowledgement packet. Because firewall rules are set, but we can easily get to know the ports are open or not, or we can penetrate by using the acknowledgement packets, okay? And we can not only use this acknowledgement packet just to check the filter or unfiltered state, but also to bypass the firewall as well. Next, we will learn this all the advanced practical in the practical stuff. So thank you so much for listening.